Nick Saban does it again, twice in 3 days, as Dallas Turner has committed to the University of Alabama, and we got to talk about it after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, we need to talk about Dallas Turner choosing to commit to the University of Alabama, joining the 2021 class just a couple of days after Devontae Smith also joined that 2021 class. Devontae Smith, a former Ohio State defensive back commit who reopened his recruitment and then shortly thereafter went ahead and pulled the trigger with Nick Saban. Nick Saban called in a favor from Devontae Smith's cousin, who's Sean Alexander, who is already in the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame and is already a University of Alabama legend and didn't even play for Nick Saban, but made it happen. Now with Dallas Turner, you have another top 50 player joining this class, number 44 in the 247 Sports Composite, a composite 4-star who joins a loaded class that includes J.C. Latham at offensive tackle. You got a Jai Hall in there. You also got Ja'Cory Brooks in there. You got Christian Leary, who is supposed to play the capstone position, which is what Jalen Waddle does right now. And you could see how Nick Saban continues to just build and build and build. Now, I'm really interested to see if he gets another quarterback in this class or if he continues to pursue Drake May, who's competing at Elite 11 even as we speak. But what you're getting in a Dallas Turner is an outstanding edge rusher with the ability to play high major basketball. He was a member of one of the best EYBL basketball teams in the country last year and has made tremendous strides in his game. Coming out of St. Thomas Aquinas, we all thought that perhaps Michigan or Georgia was going to be there toward the end. But look, it came out that just talking with Nick Saban, hearing what Nick Saban has to say, and then thinking about what you could be in Pete Golding's defense, what that 3-4 outside linebacker position has meant to them. He's going to be the latest in a series of what I think is outstanding outside linebacker play. Terrell Lewis is already gone. Drew Sanders is going to be a monster. And then coming in behind him, it's Dallas Turner. Let's give you his evaluation, which comes by way of Andrew Ivins. My goodness. Already developed with this upper half, but room to add more muscle. Plus, a wingspan with big hands, shows control of the body and balance, which likely stems from his basketball background. Explosive out of his stance, screaming off the edge, terrific motor and always in hunting mode, dangerous on twist inside, has spent much of his prep career with his hand in the dirt, but moves well enough to play some linebacker and actually spent time in the spring before his senior season, dropping back into coverage as a safety on 7-on-7 teams. Will need to get better against the run and learn how to attack inside, but should develop into a multi-year starter for a Power 5 program, given his athletic profile. Tremendous NFL draft potential. Of course, Shaq Lawson went up to the Buffalo Bills. Look, I'm interested to see what Nick Saban chooses to do with Dallas Turner because at 6'4" and 235, as what I think of as a tweener at defensive and outside linebacker 3-4 system, he could end up with his hand on the ground. He could be a guy that they want to blow up and move inside. And depending on how good he is with his bend, how good he is getting off the ball, and quite frankly, how good he is in coverage, it's going to say a lot about that because 6'4", 235, you could just as easily be an Isaiah Simmons, right? As you could be a guy with his hand on the ground a la Shaq Lawson, right? I am fascinated by this pickup. It also shows what Nick Saban can do. He's adjusted to the pandemic in a great way, picking up dude after dude after dude. In April, wasn't looking too good. Before this commitment, we're talking about Alabama being ranked number 19, and we're not used to that, right? We're not used to seeing Alabama ranked outside of the top 5, let alone the top 10, let alone pushing top 20. And then Nick Saban says, hold up, y'all forgot, I do this, which leads me to this observation. There are just a handful of coaches who have been doing this long enough that they have earned every benefit of the doubt when it comes to recruiting. And Nick Saban, I should have known, had been doing this for longer. That's on me. The other guy, Mack Brown at UNC. I need to do a segment on Mack Brown because I'm looking at what he's been able to do and picking up Tony Grimes just yesterday and looking at how he came to North Carolina. They go 1-10, they go 1-10. They finally get a winning season, then off you go. Wasn't until his fourth season at UNC the first time around that they won 7 games. They won 7 games last year. We know what Sam Howell is, and we know what that recruiting class is looking like right now as they're ranked number 3 in the country. And then Nick Saban continues to build and build. He's got his wide receivers. He's got his star offensive tackle. He's continuing to build out with great linebacker play. Now he gets an outstanding edge guy. We'll see how this continues to go for him, but like with Devontae Smith joining up, and you know what they can do in development of defensive backs, you know how much Nick Saban loves to work with his defensive backs. It's going to be fun to continue to watch what Alabama does. I'm just amazed that Nick Saban still wants to do it and does it so well at such a high level. My goodness. The last angle to actually present on this is how it hurts Georgia. This is the other thing that I really love about watching the SEC schools recruit against each other, right? With Alabama stealing J.C. Latham, not just from Ohio State, but from LSU. With Dallas Turner, you got not just stealing him from Michigan, but from Georgia. These are guys like out of the state of Florida. That means you hurt Florida too. Nick Saban has made his living creating classes, not just of guys he wants, but of guys his rivals want in a meaningful way. Dylan Moses coming out of Louisiana, being the basic talisman for them on this 2020 defense is another example of that. And you're going to continue to see those sorts of moves from Alabama. All right, that is it for me. Doses.